Hello and happy International Day of Happiness. Today is the official day designated for happiness by the UN, declared in 2012 and celebrated since 2013. It is such a pleasure to share this day with you with some very exciting updates and surprises. First of all, I really want to wish you all the greatest happiness because we all deserve happiness, and happiness is a choice that only we can make. It's not always the easy way, but it's certainly the brave way to go. I'm super excited today because I'm going to be sharing my new branding and logo for Bailando Journey, as well as my new brand direction. What started off as a personal dance travel blog for my own personal happiness journey has now evolved into so much more. My goal with Bailando Journey is to help everyone embark on their own happiness journey, whether that is dance or travel or not at all. It could be through gardening or cooking or learning an instrument or anything that brings you joy. And so I embarked on this rebranding process with the lovely Amy from Milk Studio, who has helped me capture exactly what I'd like to promote with Bailando Journey from now on. My goal now is really to help people use the science of happiness in daily life in practical and easy ways, and create a life that is full of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment, whether that is working with organizations, with companies, with individuals, and through creating and writing, which, as you know, writing is really one of my big passions. So I'm going to hand it over to Amy, and I am so excited to share Bailando Journey's new branding with you.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy from Milk Design Studio, and I've had the pleasure of working with Eleanor recently on her new brand identity for Bailando Journey. Now, brand identity is very much a journey, like going on a happiness journey. So I thought I would take you through, show you the process to how we've got to the brand that we are at now, and show you more or less the final version of where we are today. There's still a few little tweaks to go in there, so it's not quite the final version yet, but it will give you a really good intro into what the new brand is going to be like. I look forward to showing you. So Bailando Journey is all about love, having the courage to find your happiness journey, beauty, positivity. So we really need to make sure all of that comes through any sort of visual identity that we put across. Now we start looking at your brand voice. What is your brand personality? Are you coming across as a real rugged brand, or are you quite sophisticated and elegant? Now Bailando Journey's brand personality is sincerity. So we want to make sure anything that has been said or visually implied, it comes across as very sincere. We want kindness, thoughtfulness, connection, femininity, softness and love to come through. So we keep that all in mind when we're putting together mood boards, and then we eventually come to designing the brand. Now we look at the brand archetype. So who are Bailando Journey in relation to the customers? Now Bailando Journey is very much a lover archetype, so very passionate and empowering and all about like self-improvement, and anyone that comes to look and be a part of Bailando Journey's audience, they are tending to want some acceptance. They love feeling loved and indulged and that kind of thing. So we have what is more or less the final version of the Bailando Journey brand, which I'm so excited to share because I'm so in love with it, and I'm sure Eleanor is really excited to share it as well. So as you can see here, we've gone for what is really quite a different brand. It's made to show the courage a little bit more and show the wild journey. And as you can see, we've gone for more of a jungle theme rather than the secret garden theme. So looking at, breaking those boundaries, going on that really once in a lifetime journey, and I really love it. Now, the colour palette was something that took us quite a while to refine, and never underestimate how long a colour palette is going to take you. It's really, really important in showcasing your brand and really getting things running from there. So with Eleanor, we really, really needed to show a feminine side, but also a really fierce side. So going about those quite two opposite ideas was a little bit tricky to implement, but I think what Eleanor and I have sort of come up with here, I really, really love this colour palette. And as you can see, it's super bold, it's really eye-catching, and yeah, just super beautiful, I think.
Thank you so much, Amy. That was such a great overview. As you can see, the new Bailando Journey logo is not me in a red dress anymore. It is something that for me is a very, very special symbol. And as I was in Mexico recently for the last 2 months, I realized that this symbol really captured the essence of what Bailando Journey is doing. So this is called a milagrito, or a little miracle. And there are many different types of milagritos, but the one that we are using is a heart with flames. The reason being, if you have ever joined any of my interviews, whether on Instagram or on podcasts or TV, you will hear that when people ask me how I embarked on my journey, my process involved asking myself what would set a flame to my heart, what would be that spark. And that's exactly what I want to help all of you find, is that spark in that heart, in your heart, what sets your heart on fire, what brings you to life. And I thought that was just the most perfect symbol, because the heart is a symbol of love and the flames of courage, of taking action. And I'm really, really thrilled. You would have seen some artwork in that video as well, which includes some wonderful animals. So for instance, we have the hummingbird, which is a universal symbol of happiness and of joy and lightness and positivity. And then we have the hibiscus flower, which is a flower found in the jungle in Latin America, in the Amazon, and throughout Latin America in general, because bailando, being a Spanish word for dancing, is my approach to life, which is very much inspired by the Latin way of life and the Latin approach to happiness. And we also have the rose, which is there for beauty and elegance. And finally, the leopard, which I really, really wanted to have included, because for me, the leopard is a symbol of fierceness and courage that you need when you embark on your own happiness journey. So you will see this new branding rolling out over the next few weeks. I'll be starting to use it on social media, on my website, and in emails. So I'm really excited to share that with you. And I am really excited to announce something that I have been working on behind the scenes for the last month or so. I will be launching in the next few months something very special, which is the Redefine Your Happiness course. Something that has been really big for me personally, and also in the way that I work with others, is helping people to redefine what happiness actually means. And so I have written down through 8 modules exactly the steps that I went through, and all the exercises and questions that I needed to go through while applying the science of happiness and different philosophies and different concepts and approaches. And I absolutely cannot wait for this to come out into the world. So I am announcing this with you now. You are the first to know. And to commemorate the International Day of Happiness, I have a very exclusive one-time offer for you. I will be offering happiness audits. You will find in this email and on social media a link where you can book your happiness audit. This link will be valid until the end of this month, and then it's going to disappear. So what is a happiness audit? A happiness audit basically takes you through a series of prompts to then identify a plan of action to help you incorporate more joy into your life and find more fulfillment, and try to kind of not live with a sense of regret. It sounds like a very bold statement, but we don't want to live with regret. It's something that is quite scary. And my approach to incorporating happiness science in daily life is really all about that. So through a happiness audit, we'll identify what is holding you back from living your happiest life. and we will be revealing what sparks joy and excitement for you, and finally, how to bring more meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. So I'm super, super happy to be offering this for a limited time. And I really look forward to connecting with you. And as always, if you have any questions, drop me an email at info@bailandojourney.com, or you can contact me on Instagram @Bailando Journey, and I would be so happy to answer your questions. Wishing you the happiest day for the International Day of Happiness, and see you soon.